Welcome to the program, comrades and friends. Global Weekly News, serial number 212. First item, Hands of Asia, a people's call for sovereignty and solidarity. July 16 to 18, in Colombo of Sri Lanka, the International People's Assembly, along with the Tricontinental, will bring together social movements, progressive parties, trade unions, and people's organizations from across Asia. Asia sits at the center of a growing attack by US imperialism. Military bases encircle the region, with the IMF choking economies, US backed far right governments suppressing dissent, and wars from Palestine to Iran. This is not a set of separate problems, but a connected system of control using every tool available: military, economic, political, and ideological. But the people of Asian continent know the cost of imperialism. From Korea to Vietnam, from Palestinians and Iranians resisting war and genocide to workers demanding economic justice, the same fight against imperialism is being waged on many fronts. To offer clear alternatives that serve the people, we must bring these struggles together, both in how we understand them and in how we organize. We will build a shared understanding of imperial attack, create space for movements to share the struggles and forge relationships, and develop a unified program demanding closure of all foreign military bases, cancellation of sovereign debt, rejection of IMF conditions, and an end to genocide and war. Through the collective power of our movements, we send a clear message: the future of Asia will be decided by its own peoples. Well, comrades, item number 2, South Korean metal workers strike. On 15th July, the Korean Metal Workers Union, which represents 180,000 members, will walk out in a general strike. The demand is that multinational companies bargain in good faith with the subcontracted workers who keep their factories running. A landmark change to Korea's labor law now lets subcontracted workers bargain directly with the multinationals who control their pay and conditions, not just the subcontracting firms, companies that formally employ them. Many companies have simply refused to come to the table. Subcontracted workers earn just 65.2% of what directly employed workers earn, and the gap is widening. Third item. Well, there is a broiler chicken party in Bangladesh. Broiler chicken party is formed by students of Bangladesh. The students of this party went on struggle, demanding the resignation of its education minister since he criticized the students as broiler chickens. Fourth item, important item, comrades, Sonam Wangchuk's indefinite hunger strike. Sonam Wangchuk is an Indian engineer, activist, innovator, education reformer, and environmentalist. He is 59 years old Ladakhi man. He is an activist of Cockroach Janata Party. He went on an indefinite fast, demanding the resignation of education minister because 20 students died when they faced re-examination after there was a leakage in NEET question papers. The question papers were leaked and the re-examination took place. Sonam Wangchuk's indefinite hunger strike at Delhi's Jantar Mantar has entered 20th day with his supporters saying his health is deteriorating. According to the campaign, Wangchuk's blood sugar has fallen to 67, while several student protests have been hospitalized. Protesters have been hospitalized. Sonam has already lost over 9 kgs of body weight. A group of India's most prominent civil society leaders has just released an open letter begging the human strikers to end begging the hunger strikers to end their fast immediately. The signatories include legendary actors Nazruddin Saab and Ratna Patak Saab, author Arundhati Roy, and cultural practitioner Arundhati Ghosh. Their message is clear yet painful. Extending support to the cause, they write, "We request you to please consider ending the hunger strike immediately. We know this government does not have a heart or conscience. We need you alive for the longer struggle ahead. This battle is a marathon one, not a sprint." The letter points to a dark history, reminding us of Father Stanswamy, the protesting women wrestlers, and G.D. Agarwal, the IIT professor who tragically died on a hunger strike to clean the Ganges River. They are worried that government negligence will claim more lives here. Meanwhile, the political pressure is exploding. Shiva Sena UBT Chief Uddhav Thackeray has come forward backing the agitation completely. He is calling on opposition leaders, including leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi, to bypass party lines and stand with these students in Delhi. But the real showdown is set for 20th July. The protesters are being urged to preserve their energy for that day because as the monsoon session of Parliament begins on that day, a massive peaceful march to Parliament is being organized. The citizens' message to the youth is simple: save your lives. We need your strength on the streets, not your sacrifice in a hospital bed. Will the government finally speak up before it is too late? A public interest case was filed in the Delhi High Court. The court ordered both the central and Delhi governments to constantly monitor the health of Sonam Wangchuk and save his life. Item number 4, comrades. Thomas Sankara, the African revolutionary. In 1983, a 33-year-old African president took power. In 4 years, he changed everything. Then they killed him. His name was Thomas Sankara, president of Burkina Faso. He cut his own salary to $450 a month. He sold the government's fleet of luxury cars. He refused air conditioning in his office because his people could not afford it. He refused foreign aid. He said aid is a reconquest of Africa. Instead, he built roads and railway lines with his own people. No foreign money, no foreign debt, no foreign control. In 4 years, he vaccinated 25 lakh children. He raised the literacy rate from 13% to 73%. He planted 1 crore trees. He fed his nation in 4 years. He was the first African leader to appoint women to senior government positions. He banned female genital mutilation. He recruited women into the military. In 1987, in West Africa, he stood before the Organization of African Unity and told African leaders to refuse to pay their foreign debts. He said, "Debt is a cleverly managed reconquest of Africa." Nobody clapped, but France was listening. On October 15, 1987, 4 years after taking power, Sankara was shot dead 12 times. His best friend pulled the trigger. France was in capital of Burkina Faso the next day. His body was buried in an unmarked grave. His name was banned. His books were banned. His portraits were banned. He said, while revolutionaries as individuals can be murdered, you cannot kill ideas. He was right. We are still saying he was right. We are still saying his name, Thomas Sankara. Long live Thomas Sankara. Yes, comrades and friends. Fifth item, Gundaism by BJP RSS in West Bengal. Rahul Sankrityayan, who lived between 1893 to 1963, was a polyglot scholar, prolific writer, historian. He was imprisoned for 3 years for his role in anti-British political activities. He was honored with the Sahitya Akademi Award and the Padma Bhushan, and is remembered internationally for his contributions to Marxist thought, particularly through works such as Valga Se Ganga, 1942, What is Communism, etc. His 9-foot monument was formally inaugurated on 9th April 1994 in Raniganj of West Bengal. After three decades, BJP RSS Gundas brought down the statue and demolished it. Breaking monuments cannot erase history, heritage, or the ideas they represent. The spontaneous public protest that followed the demolition is itself evidence that people have responded with outrage rather than intimidation. People cannot be intimidated. Sixth item, World Federation of Democratic Youth Festival in Cyprus. World Federation of Democratic Youth Festival took place on July 8 to 10. This is the festival of anti-imperialist youth and students. The festival aimed to promote unity among young people and reaffirm solidarity with the Cypriot people's struggle for freedom and reunification under a federal state. One part of Cyprus is still under Turkish control. Cyprus is a beautiful island in the Mediterranean Sea. Larnaca is the international airport. Nicosia is its capital. I had been to Cyprus 3 times on behalf of representing Construction Workers Federation of India. Once I attended pro-Palestinian rally in Nicosia. UITBB General Secretary Comrade Michalis Papanikola is in Cyprus. I had been to his farmhouse. Item number 7. Call center workers strike in Italy and Spain. Call center workers in Italy and Spain are striking. Artificial intelligence is reshaping their jobs, and they want a real say in what that means. No consultation, no retraining on artificial intelligence. Thousands of jobs are in danger. 8th item, International Workers Institute. International Workers Institute was founded in 2022 by experienced trade union leaders of the World Federation of Trade Unions, by experts and scientists who promptly realized the necessity of ideological and theoretical support for the world working class and the strengthening of class struggles. Since its foundation in 2022, it has organized 22 theoretical initiatives, either in the form of seminars or lectures or symposiums and forums. The International Workers Institute has also published the book by Comrade George Mavrikos, Honorary President of WFTU now. The book entitled Critical Notes on the History of International Trade Union Movement, Issues of Tactics and Strategy. The book has been translated into English, French, Spanish, Arabic, Turkish and Tamil, and will soon be in Nepali and Bangladeshi. Also in 2027, it will be published in Chinese, translated by the Beijing Academy of Social Sciences and Research. Tamil translation was done by me. Comrade George Mavrikos attended the book releasing event at Chennai. This book is a necessary tool for all fighters of the trade union and more broadly the working class movement. An equally important action of the Institute is the international campaign, Sign for Cuba. Cuba is not alone. All the people shall sign and support Cuba and its heroic resistance against the imperialist barbarity of the USA, the European Union and their allies like Israel. This campaign will last until July 26 of this year. Item number 9. Peru. In the recently held presidential elections in Peru, the South American country, the far-right Fujimori defeated the left candidate by a small margin. The former leftist president Pedro Castillo is in jail since 2022. Pedro attempted to convene the Constituent Assembly. The opposition had a majority in the parliament. After impeachment of Pedro Castillo, he was put in jail and the vice president Dina Boluarte was inducted as the president. People launched many agitations in 2022 and 2023. Due to government repression, 50 people got killed. Now the Human Rights Council of the United Nations has asked the Peru government to release Pedro Castillo immediately and give him proper reparations. Government of Peru has said that it is studying the report of the United Nations. Lastly, comrades, 10th item, video of Trump. American President Trump in his social media has posted a video. In that video, he said that New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani and US Senators Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren shall be deported to Uganda since their ideas are spreading like cancer in USA. Trump failed to mention about the growing popularity of Mamdani. The number of US Democratic Socialists has crossed 120,000. Thank you, comrades. Lal Salam.